Happy mid-afternoon, guys. Okay, yeah, it's kind of a weird schedule for me today. I've been outside trying to work on building some shutters for the house here in amongst the rain, and it started raining a little bit, so a little more than I could work in, so hence come inside. And I got an interesting email from one of y'all about something that had been made brought up to his attention. Okay, Loyal Marine sent me this. I want to thank him for that. Now, y'all know that this is going to be a chaotic summer. Y'all know that the Biden administration is in panic mode right now, that they're losing every swing state. Right now, it looks like Trump's going to probably win the election, you know, with around 315 to 320 electoral votes. And so they've got to figure out a way to counteract that, right? So let's go back to 2020 real quick. And what worked? Hey, let's shut the economy down. Let's make sure people can't leave their house. Let's make mail in ballots good. Let's make drop boxes good. 2,000 Mules, go watch it. Okay. That worked. It got us 81 million votes last time, remember? Let's do it again. So, how are they going to do it? Well, we're being groomed. Y'all know this term, okay? That what's going to happen next. And they've tried all the, smallpox, and that didn't catch on, and the tuberculosis, and that didn't catch on. But H5N1, the avian flu, the bird flu, that seems to be catching on. Notice the stories. I told you guys about it a week or so ago that 3 states had reported bird flu in cattle. Now apparently it's up to 12. So they're sliding this in. Oh, and be careful. Don't drink raw milk because it might be tainted. The USDA is on top of it, though, making sure that none of the milk that is in a grocery store is tainted with H5N1. Mike Romeo November Alpha, we don't know. Okay. But so this one kind of caught me a little bit by surprise, and this was the email that was sent to me from uh, Oil Marine, and I will link the link he sent me below. Okay, and it's about Airbnb. Now, whether or not you've ever used Airbnb, don't know. Okay, Mrs. P and I, you guys know, had the condo that we bought in Vegas, just off the strip, and we rented that out on Airbnb for 9 months or something like that. A little side income. It worked good. When we moved, we sold it, and obviously where we are now, we're not doing anything like that. Airbnb changed their, or not changed yet, announced they are changing their major disruptive events policy. Interesting. Okay. And it's taking effect June 6th. Today's April 11th. If they're worried about something changing, a policy, something like when people could get refunds, you think they might do that now. So what do they know? Because Airbnb is a very liberal company. Okay, what do they know that's going to happen 2 months from now? Now, like I told you before, there's speculation that the DNC is going to pull Biden from the ticket next month. Okay. And come June, we're getting into very close to the DNC convention and the RNC conventions. Is there going to be disruptive events? Okay. So let's talk about the events that they are changing their policy on. Number one, get this, Declared public health emergencies and epidemics. Interesting. At that point, it would be what? 4 months before, less than 5 before an election. We're going to talk about declared public health emergencies and epidemics. Interesting. Number 2, government travel restrictions. Airbnb? I mean, sure, there are Airbnbs in foreign countries. The majority of them are here in the United States. Okay. Yeah, you can go get an Airbnb in Mexico. Used to be you go get an Airbnb in Russia or Ukraine. Don't think that's going on too much anymore. Not that I really want one on the Gaza Strip, or I don't very seriously doubt you get one in Iran or China or North Korea. Okay. So why would we worry about government travel restrictions in the United States? Interesting. Number 3, military actions and other hostilities. War? Martial law? You pick one. Okay. Next one. Large-scale outages of essential utilities. EMP, terrorist attack on the grid, cyber attack, hacking, whatever. Interesting, right? And number 5, natural disasters, okay? As they put it, weather or natural conditions that are common enough to be foreseeable in a given location. For example, hurricanes occurring during hurricane season in Florida. Yada, 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 yada. Okay. Sure. Okay. That one makes sense. But the first 4, things that make you go, why in the world would they put a date 2 months out on public health emergencies and epidemics, government travel restrictions, military actions and other hostilities, or outages, large-scale outages of public utilities? What's coming? It's not necessarily them. It's their insurance companies. Right? What do the insurance companies know? What, buy travel insurance, do whatever, right? You hear all that. What do the insurance companies know that's coming? We know companies like State Farm, or if you saw this the other day, flying around California, flying around everywhere, okay, trying to come up with reasons not to insure people, try to cancel people's home insurance. They're flying drones over houses, trying to find reasons that they can cancel your insurance. There was one guy that was canceled because he had too much clutter in his yard, and their excuse was, well, that would be habitat for rodents or vermin or insects. I got a wood house, okay? Yeah, my insurance company knows that termites like wood. Do I do something to protect termites? Yeah, okay. They haven't canceled me. Flying over the house. Gee, we think that roof needs to be replaced. We're canceling your insurance. Right? Okay. Because, gee, you know what? By the drone footage we have, your house might not handle a windstorm or a hurricane or a tornado. Okay. Most houses aren't going to survive a tornado anyway. But, they can cancel my insurance because they don't like the way my roof looks from a picture that was taken a couple of 100 feet in my house, above my house, right? Okay. State Farm is pulling out of California altogether because it's too expensive. They can't afford to do business because if a house disappears, it's $1 million+ to replace it. Okay. This is what we have to look forward to, guys. And I know the sheeple out there don't believe this. And maybe this is nothing, but it's enough to make you pay attention and go, what do they know? Is that when we're going to declare war against Iran? I mean, come on. The intelligence community came out today and said a Iranian attack on Israel is imminent. Okay, missile attack. Do we get involved in that war? That close to the election, does Biden make a decision to do something? I'll let you speculate on that. With Ukraine? Does something happen with China, Taiwan? We don't know. But what we can be sure of is this, is that Biden and his backers are terrified of losing power. And so they're going to do anything they can to maintain it. You have to read between the lines. You have to look at these other little things to get an idea of the big picture. They're not going to flat out come out on MSNBC and say, Joe's worried about losing the election, so he's declaring martial law. They're not going to do that. They're going to slide this in. They're going to groom you to get ready for this, to accept it when they do it. Because again, remember, the 1% that they love to talk about isn't the rich. The 1% is the powerful. You and I are the other 99%. We're useless eaters. We're expendable. We're pawns. Don't ever tell me a politician cares about their people. They don't. All they care about is their own money and their own power. They're telling us flat out what they're going to do this fall. We all lived through it 4 years ago. Do you want to live through it again? Get ready now to fight back. Because this time, it's going to be a lot more than masks and social distancing. This time, they're going to try to completely crush everything. The economy, your job, your food, your power, your water, and oh, by the way, if you want any of that, we're here to help. The 9 scariest words in the U.S. dictionary. I'm from the government and I'm here to help. Remember that one. Pinball out.